on as a child. That's insane. And I'm instantly immersed in this story. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Hello everybody and welcome back. Welcome to another video. I've got a very exciting reading vlog today and I think it's going to become a new series of mine where I'm going to be reading my favourite book creators' 5-star reads and then you know if they're actually worth it. And the first victim for this series is Sara Carrolli. Now I headed over to Sarah's Goodreads and I made a list of all of her 5-star reads that she's ever rated a 5-star. I've narrowed it down to 23 books. Some of them were like second or third books in the series, so obviously they couldn't make the list, and a lot of her 5 stars I've actually already read as well, so obviously they didn't make the list. There are a few books in here that are rereads, but it's just for the simple fact that one, I want to do a reread of them. So for instance the Magnolia Park series, Every Summer After by Carly Fortune is on the list as well, because I read that a few years ago and I do want to do a reread of that before I read One Golden Summer, but One Golden Summer is actually on the list as well. So yeah, we've got a few books on here, 23 books that we can choose from, which I'm very excited about. Now if you did watch my most reading vlog, I think it is, oh no, my most recent one's my emoji one. I think it was where I read your guys' 5-star. I made a list and then I got Siri to just choose a number between 1 and however many was on the list. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I thought it was the most easiest way. I tried to do I was trying to think of how other ways that I could do this, where I just went on to Goodreads and I read Sara Carrolli's most recent 5-star reads, but then I was like, no, I want a good variety, because there's probably books that she's rated a 5-star back in 2022 that I haven't read yet and I could absolutely love. So this is how we're going to be doing it. And I've also got a long list of other people and other booktubers and other book creators that we can do this video for. I feel like it's just a fun way to see what kind of books my favourite creators read and what their favourite books are, and maybe do we have the same taste? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I guess in this video we'll find out if me and Sarah do. But without further ado, let's just choose our first book. So I've got my little list right here and there's a long list, very different genre. She reads across the board in her genres. I'm very stuck in my ways of romance and fantasy and the odd thriller here and there, but very rarely. So I'll read out everything that we've got here. We've got One Golden Summer, My Friends, Just for the Summer, Funny Story, Love Redesigned, Powerless, Magnolia Parks, Happy Place, Darling Venom, Every Summer After, The Love Hypothesis, Mary Jane, By a Thread, Rock Paper Scissors, His and Hers, Beach Read, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Love and Other Words, Ghosted, Beartown, Mindfuck Series, Husband's Secret, and Firefly Lane. So we've got a great variety of general fiction, thrillers, I think, romance and fantasy. Well, have we got fantasy on here? I actually don't think we have a fantasy on here. Yeah, I love the fantasies that she's read that were 5 stars, are books that I've already read, like the Throne of Glass series, the Powerless trilogy by Lauren Roberts, the ACTA series. Well, I actually don't think that any of the ACTA books were 5 stars in her 5-star section. But anyway, let's just choose our book. Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 23. Oh, okay, he's chosen 3, which is Just for the Summer by Avi Jimenez. I have actually read that book, but I do want to do a reread of it. Where is Just for the Summer? I'm so excited to read this. I'm just in my summer romance. I'm just in my sort of general romance at the minute. I've been trying to read fantasy books and soft DNF from them because I just want to read romance books. That's all I want to do. So I'm very happy that we got Just for the Summer because the sun is shining today and I think it'll be the best time to read this book, which I'm very excited about. I think I did rate this a 5-star when I initially read it. I was a 4.75. I think it could have been a 5-star. I have no idea, but whether we'll re-rate it this time around, I have no idea. But I think this one is this is the one with the Reddit thread. I've read so many Avi Jimenez books recently that they all sort of like blur into one. But yeah, Justin is a curse, and thanks to Reddit thread, it's now all over the internet. Every woman he dates goes on to find their soulmate the second they break up. When a woman slides into his DMs with the same problem, they come up with a plan. They'll date, break up, and cancel out each other's curses. Yeah, okay, I love this one. And I think, is this the one where Justin is actually going through, he's trying to get guardianship of his 3 siblings? Yeah, Yeah. Okay, it's like jogging my memory now of what this book is. Okay, yeah, I'm very excited. So let's just read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I'm gonna try and get a big chunk of it done today though. So I haven't really like spoken to or given you an update on Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. So I thought before I settle down for the night and finish this book, because I'm literally on page, I'd say I'm about 60% of the way in, roughly. I'd say about 60% of the way in, on page 242, and I'm just gonna quickly do my skincare while I chat to you. I forgot how much I loved this book. Like, I know that I loved it because it was like a 4.75, but I forgot how much I loved it. Like, I already know that I love Justin and Emma, but doing a reread is like making me appreciate the little things, because I find when you reread a book, you like pick up on little things that you missed the first time round, and because you already know their story, like I feel like it just hits 10 times harder. Like the first time round I missed all the emotional aspects and the different layering, the banter. Well, obviously I didn't miss the banter, but like rereading it just hits 10 times harder. Like that's all I can say, is that it just hits 10 times harder this time around. Like the chemistry is still a 10 out of 10 for me, and no matter how many Abby Jimenez books I read, I'm still in awe by how she brings such deep topics and humour together in such a beautiful way and such a well done way. Like they're classed as rom-coms, but each character, like each one of the books are rom-coms, but they also all have like this deep rooted meaning, and they all have like these issues, whether it be a mental health illness, some sort of health disorder, like any sort of issue, or like family issues, like any issue she writes so well and in such a sensitive way, and brings light to those things in such a well done way. But then having humour as well, she just does it so well. Like no matter how many Abby Jimenez books I read, I will never get sick of the way that she writes. And they're all the same. Like they're not all the same, like every book is different obviously, like none of them feel copy and paste, but the way that she writes is very cohesive, like across the board of all of her books. I'm just obsessed, honestly. Like it's still sitting at like a 4.75 for me. That's what I rated the first time around, and I'd still say that it's there. It's not really a 5-star for me. I can obviously see why some people rated 5-star, such as like Sara obviously rated a 5-star. I can see why she would have, but for me, I feel like everyone's got their set book in this sort of series, which is Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and then Just for the Summer. And I feel like everyone's got their favourite, and I feel like mine's Yours Truly. Yours Truly is my 5-star to the series. I think most people's is probably this, but I feel like I related to Jacob from Yours Truly much more than I do these characters. But I'm still loving it. Like 4.75 is still an amazing read. I just wish that Sara would have rated Yours Truly a 5-star, so maybe we could have done a reread of that instead of this. But it's currently like 6:30. I've been so busy today. I've literally been editing. I've put all my Vinted books up onto Vinted. I've cleared out some of the boxes down to the tip. I've sent off some of the Vinted parcels that people have bought. I've just been on the ball. I haven't even eaten properly yet. I've literally had a bowl of cereal all day. I read for a bit this morning. I've read for a bit just now while I was waiting for my food to cook. But I'm all ready for bed now. I've had a shower, I've done my skincare as you would have just seen, and I'm ready to get into bed. I'm just waiting for my food to finish cooking so I can have my food and then be done for the night. So my plan for tonight, the plan of action, is to finish this book, watch Love Island, and then tomorrow morning before work we can start another book. So I want to, while I've got you here now, also ignore the giant spot that's decided to just, I don't know, I feel like it's just a part of me now. It's been there for a few days and I feel like it's just getting bigger and bigger as the day goes on, and there's nothing I can do about it, honestly. Also, I never get spots on my forehead. I always get like hormonal acne. That's like, I've always had acne, but I always get like hormonal breakouts, but on my forehead I never get spots on my forehead. So this one is just like, I think it's because of my diet and I haven't been drinking water that much recently. But anyway, enough of that. We need to choose a number because I need another book to go in with tomorrow morning because I want to finish this tonight, so then when I wake up tomorrow morning I can read for a bit. But while I've got you here now, we can choose it together. So let me get my notes up. So obviously we've got our little notes section here, and we're just going to ask Siri for a number between 1 and 23. So hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 20. Not 20, 23 you want. Hey Siri, hey Siri, oh my god, hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 23. It just doesn't want to work. Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 23. Ooh, 5. Okay, that's proof. It's number 5 right there, which is Love Redesign by Lauren Asher. Softy enough, this book, like when it first came out, but I think I was in a bit of a reading slump. But me and Lauren Asher, I'm just not a big Lauren Asher fan anymore. I don't know why. Like, I did love the Dreamland Billionaire series when I read it. I don't think I'd ever reread it. I've just literally sold them in my big on holiday. Same as the Dirty Air series. I enjoyed it at the time, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. Quite a big book as well, so I don't know how I'm going to manage with this. I should be fine. It should be okay. I don't know how big it is. Should we get it up on my Kindle? Well, on my Kindle app on my phone. Love Free. I think it's like 600 pages. Okay, it's on Kindle Unlimited, which is all good. Yeah, it says I borrowed with Kindle Unlimited on the 13th of November 2023, and I think I just DNF'd it. I say DNF, I say soft DNF. Like, in my head I was going to come back to it, but then I seen so many mixed reviews about the second book, and like so many people really disliked the second book, but I was like, do I really want to put myself through a 532 page book to not even then like the second book in the series? And I was just not that fussed, you know. I had other books that I really wanted to get to and books I was more excited for. Sarah's rated this a 5-star, then I do trust her opinion. So let's finish this first and then we can go in with Love Redesigned. These straps on this bloody thing do my head in. As soon as I sit down, it like bunches up and then these straps just come down, and it's the most annoying thing ever. But I'm just about to go to work. It's like 2:30. I've been just running around all morning. Well, I say running around, I've actually had a lot of time to read though, because I'm on I've literally just got up to chapter 12, page 123. But before I speak about that, let's obviously chat about this. Well, there's not much to chat about really. I didn't finish it last night, even though I said I was going to finish it last night. I finished it early this morning when I woke up. Literally as soon as I opened my eyes, I literally just finished the rest of this while I was in bed before I got up for the day. And I still haven't even taken the bookmark out of it because I've been reading it on my Kindle. It was only 99 pence on my Kindle, and I was like, I'm just gonna read it on my Kindle. It's only 99 pence. But it's still like a 4.75 for me. Nothing really changed. I did forget about like the little twist at the end with Emma's like family and things. Like the family tree aspect and like the link towards part of your world. Is it part of your world? Yeah, part of your world. I forgot about that little link between those two books, and I was a bit like, even when I read it, I was like, oh my god, I forgot about this. I was like, oh, this is so cute. It's still like a 4.75 for me. Nothing really changed. But I just love rereading books. Like this year I really discovered my love for rereading some of my favourite books. So thank you, Sarah, for rating this a 5-star. This a 5-star. And giving me the chance to reread it. Because I probably wouldn't have gotten around to rereading it for a while. And I think I just want to focus this year a lot on rereading books, and especially with me going away to Australia, I'm like not buying any new books, and I just like, I feel like a lot of us just read a book, say it's our favourite, but then we might not ever reread it. Like, and I'm like subject to that. But like since rereading loads of books this year, I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna reread loads this year. That's all I want to do now, is reread my favourite books, and they just bring back like a happy memory or like a nostalgic feeling, or just, I don't know, just being back in a world and connecting to characters that you once fell in love with. Like, everybody could just go reread your favourite book, okay? Just go do it. It'll bring you so much happiness. But let's speak about Lauren Asher's Love Redesigned. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Like, I do not care for this book. I say I DNF'd. I think you would have seen in the clip when I opened this book, it automatically opened to page 6 because that's where I'd left off on before. But I think it was because I was in a reading slump and I literally read a few pages. I was like, no, not for me. And then once like the second book came out and there was loads of like mixed reviews on the second book, I was like, oh, I don't really want to read. This is like 500 and something pages, so I was like, I don't really want to be reading a 500 plus book. And then probably not even like the second one. I was just like, I don't care. And being 100 pages in, I still don't care. I can't even put my finger on why I don't care. I'm just not connecting to this book, to the story, to the plot, to the characters, just none of it at all. And I feel really terrible because there's a lot of talks in here about infertility and how the female character can't have any children, so I definitely like look up trigger warnings and stuff if you go and read this book, because it's definitely a lot of talk about infertility and babies and having issues around infertility and things, and depression, anxiety, that's mentioned in here a lot with the female character. And usually those kinds of things I really connect to. Like a lot of the books that I connect to, one of the main characters has some sort of mental health issue, whether it be depression, anxiety, anything like that, and I feel like I do connect to those, but for some reason I'm just not connecting to this, and I don't know whether I don't know what it is. I honestly don't. Like, even the town is meant to be like this really cute small town. I don't care for the town. Like, I'm not getting small town vibes. I don't know why. I just feel like I can't, when I read a book, I can just visualize so much and I can really immerse myself when I'm reading a book. But with this, I just feel like I'm reading words on paper. Like, I know I am, but I feel like I'm literally just reading the words on paper. I'm not really immersed in this story whatsoever. And I just can't put my finger on why. I really can't. I don't know whether it's the characters or the plot. I have no idea. But when I'm in work today, I'm going to try and read a little bit more, maybe get to about 200 pages, see how I feel. Otherwise it might have to be a DNF, which I feel terrible about, but it might have to be. I can hear someone's alarm going off and it's really triggering me because it's the classic iPhone alarm, and it's my alarm when I wake up in the morning. And I feel like, because my window's open, there's someone else has got their window open and I can hear their alarm going off. It's been going off for about 10 minutes. Honestly, that's what it feels like. It's triggering me. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna read a little bit when I'm in work, see how I feel. I don't want to DNF it. I feel really bad, especially because I always feel bad like when I'm reading someone else's 5 stars. I feel like I have to like automatically love it because like they've loved it. Oh my god, please turn your alarm off. Oh my god, again, like overstimulated. It's like, if you have ADHD, then like that's all I can hear right now is their alarm, and I'm trying to like focus on what I'm saying, but I'm just like, that's all I can hear is their alarm, and it's really sending me into a spiral right now. Take a breath. But yeah, I feel like I automatically have to like love this book, but I guess that's the beauty of reading. Everyone connects to different characters, different stories, different plots. Reading is subjective, and I'm sorry Sarah, but it's definitely not going to be a 5-star from me. It's more likely to be a DNF, which I feel terrible about. But yeah, I'm gonna carry on. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go to work, read a bit more, so I probably won't film anything obviously when I'm in work. But I'm sleeping in work tonight. I'll be finishing work tomorrow at about 2 o'clock I think I finish, or 3 o'clock. I have no idea what time I finish tomorrow. I should really look. Oh, never mind. I'm working all day tomorrow. Should we get like another number up just in case I do DNF when I'm in work? And like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get the other book up now because I'm working all day tomorrow and I'll want a book to read when I'm at work. Yeah, let's get our number up. We're gonna get another number up just in case I do DNF. I might carry on reading it. We don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? But yeah, let's get our second number up because if I do DNF, then I want something that I can go straight into. But obviously I won't be able to film me because I'll be at work, so I won't be able to film me getting the next number up. So let's get our next number up now to be safe by thinking ahead. Okay, hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 23. Oh, number 1, which is One Golden Summer. Stop. I've been wanting to read this so badly, and it's here. Oh, I did kind of want to read this in my summer romance vlog though. I did want to read that after I film this video next week because we've got a heat wave. I'm filming like the ultimate summer reading vlog, and I did want to read that there. Should we cheat and get another number? You're gonna see me read that book anyway, One Golden Summer. I'm literally reading it as soon as I finish this reading vlog, so I am still kind of reading it. I'm still technically reading it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a different number because I just wasn't feeling. I'm gonna be reading that in the next vlog. Yeah. Okay. Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 23. Oh, don't start with me today, please. Please don't start with me today. Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 23. Okay, this is worked out perfectly. We got number 4, which is Funny Story by, what's her name? Emily Henry. It's on my TBR for this month, the month of July, which is a bonus, and I really wanted to read that anyway. I'm very excited. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. We've literally had 3, 4 and 5. We haven't had any of the high numbers. Like at the top of the list, you can literally see at the top, I don't know whether it's focusing, but you can see that we've got 3, 4 and 5. Those would have been the books that we read in this reader vlog. I feel like Siri can't count higher than 10. He just hasn't given me any high numbers. Oh, I've activated Siri. There were so many other ones that we could have had. We could have had a reread of Powerless by Elsie Silver. We could have had Magnolia Park's reread, Happy Place reread, Darling Venom, Every Summer After, Love Hypothesis, Mary Jane, By a Thread, Rock Paper Scissors, His and Hers, Beat Read, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Love and Other Words, Ghosted, Bear Town, Mindfuck series, The Husband's Secret and Firefly Lane. We could have had any of those. There's some really good ones there, and there's a lot there that I would have been happy having. Oh, and also My Friends we could have had, which I think is one of her most recent 5 stars, which is the Frederick Backman book, which I'm glad we kind of didn't get any of those, because like the Frederick Backman ones, because they would have kind of scared me. But let's read Funny Story. Well, not actually, I tell a lie. We're gonna try and read the rest of this and then we're gonna read Funny Story. Let's stop that. If you can tell, I'm literally listening to Ryan and Hayley do the 50 States in 50 Days. I'm obsessed. Like at bedtime, I just watch that vlog and it's the best time of my night, just watching Ryan and Hayley just travel to 50 States in 50 Days, and the amount of money they've raised for St Jude's Hospital is insane. Like the amount of money is insane. They're almost at $3 million. 3 million, like that's insane amount of money. But anyway, I'm obviously not here to do a review about the 50 States in 50 Days on Ryan's channel. I'm here to speak to you about where we're at, because I decided to DNF. What's it called? Love Redesigned. I know, I'm sorry. And Sarah, if you are watching this, probably not. But if you are, then I apologise. It just wasn't for me. I just feel like I was, like I mentioned in my last clip, I do honestly feel like I was just reading words on paper, and I feel like I just wasn't connecting to the characters or the plot in any way. So I ended up picking up Funny Story by Emily Henry, and I'm instantly immersed in this story. Just the way that she writes the littlest of things, like the way that she describes things, and they're like, it's so right. Let me get my words straight. It's currently like 10 to 10 at night. I haven't long come home from work, so I'm literally giving you this little update before I get into bed and read a little bit more, and then I'm gonna watch Love Island, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I gotta wake up early tomorrow. But anyway, there's like little things in this book that's like the way that Emily Henry writes, you're like instantly immersed in this story, and I don't know, I feel like Lauren Asher just didn't have that in the books, and that's why I wasn't being that drawn into it. I think I highlighted something to give you an example. I've highlighted so many things so far. I need to transfer them over to the paperback, but because I was in work, it's quite hard for me to whip out the paperback when I'm in work, but sometimes like I can read on my phone, or I can get my Kindle out. It's a bit more, you know, discreet. So I bought it on my Kindle, which was like $5.99, but still, I just needed to start something because I was like, I got so far into Love Redesign that I was like, I think I read another like 50 pages or something. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I really can't. Yeah, this is like the littlest of things, and it's such a minute detail in a book, but because of that I can properly picture the setting that they're in and the things that's going on. And it says, he gives me a mug with Garfield the cat wearing a cowboy hat on it. Like, that is the littlest of details ever, but it just adds to the character that is Miles, and like the situation that they're in and how their apartment is and the situation between them, and I'm just like instantly immersed, and I'm instantly falling in love with these two characters. I just love them. I absolutely love them. I'm only on, where am I? I'm on chapter 7, page 62, and I'm hooked already. Instantly hooked. I cannot wait for like to get deep into Miles and Daphne's story. Like, I can't wait for it. Literally can't wait. Also, I do want to just say, we are going to ignore my awful sunburn that is my face and my finger. Sorry, I'm not flicking you off, but my finger, I cut the tip of my finger off in work. Like, it just came off with a knife. Do you know, like the actual tip of your finger, the skin right at the top? Yeah, I just went straight through that with a knife. Have I been to the hospital? No. Am I going to go to the hospital? Probably not, but I am going to ring my GP tomorrow and see what they can do, because I can't really, there's no point going to the hospital because I can't have stitches. Like, what the hell are they going to stitch back together? So I've just had a bandage on all day. Well, I've changed it a few times because I've like bled through them, TMI, but we're going to ignore my little stump right here and my sunburn. I was sat in the sun for half an hour earlier and my face just burnt. Like, I haven't burnt this bad on my face since I was on Accutane. Insane. And I literally wear factor 50 every day. Every day I put factor 50 on. I had factor 50 on today and I was in the sun for like all of a half hour to an hour. That's it. But yeah, I'm loving this, just the dynamic between them. I read the back of this, but when I went physically into the book, I didn't read the back, and I had like a slight gist that they were like, that their exes got together and now they're like living together. I had like a slight gist of what that was, but I didn't know like the depths of the story, if that makes sense. It obviously follows Daphne, as I've already mentioned, and Daphne's fiance like suddenly just leaves her out of the blue, really close to their wedding, I may add, and he leaves her for his girl best friend that they've been like best friends with their whole life, but his whole life anyway, which then lands her living with his new fiance's ex-boyfriend. She's living now with the girl best friend's ex-boyfriend, Miles. How their relationship, so like Miles and Daphne's, had like got off to a bit of a rocky start where they were sort of like, obviously they were both going through a breakup, they were both going through a heartbreak, and then like we kind of see them this like one time just start to lean on each other a bit, and there's just like these cute little moments where you can like finally see them come together. And I'm only 60 pages in, guys, like not much has happened, but like even the littlest of moments are like drastic to both of them, and even though it's not from Miles's POV, you can still see the like the impact that's like Daphne is having on him, and obviously we can see the impact that Miles is having on Daphne in such a good way. And I think that this book's gonna be more about, like, Henry Henry's books are very much about finding yourself and staying true to yourself and things. And I do think that this is going to be a really amazing story about finding yourself and finding love when like everything is falling apart around you, like when your whole world feels like it's come to a stop. It's about picking yourself back up and finding yourself and finding love and creating new friends and just creating a new life for yourself. And I feel like the situation, not the situation I'm in now, like I'm in no situation, but I do feel like I was stuck for a little bit in my life, so I do understand like that feeling of being stuck and just feeling like you go and run in circles. So I do feel like this could have a really big impact on me, and I'm excited. I really am excited. But I'm gonna get into bed now. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get into bed and get cozy and do a little bit of reading and watch Love Island and do a bit of editing. Oh my god, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Why have I got so much to do? Literally so much to do. Mentions of like the library. I love like how much detail Emily Henry goes into about the library and Daphne's job at the library and the things that she's doing at the library, because I loved spending time at the library when I was a kid. I literally, at the end of my street when I was growing up, there was a library and I spent so much time going to the library. I used to love going there, and it was just be my little happy place. And then seeing like all the little details that Emily Henry's like putting in about Daphne's job and the things that she does in the library for the kids, it's just so wholesome and nostalgic, and it's like putting me in my feels a bit. Like I wish my library did a readathon. What? Imagine doing a readathon as a child. That's insane. So it's actually been quite a few days since I finished Funny Story, and I don't think no, it's not that I don't think, I know that I haven't given you a final update of this, so here's my final update. I decided to rate this a 4.25. I thoroughly enjoyed it, like thoroughly enjoyed it. Like this was just the perfect, cozy, emotional, slow burn romance that I feel like I needed, with like perfect summer vibes as well. Like I think I said before, like the banter was bantering, the romance was romancing in all the ways that it needed to. The only reason why it's not like a 5-star, like I honestly at some point thought, oh my god, this could be a 5-star, but then I found myself sort of not being bored, but I think I just wanted more plot. And I do understand that, especially Emily Henry, she writes more character driven books and you're really meant to connect to the characters more than you are like the plot, and you're meant to enjoy watching these characters grow and seeing them just go through like everyday life. But I did find myself quite bored at some points, and even though I loved Miles, I did love Miles, he was a sweetheart, sometimes he was a bit dry, and I know that's meant to be his character, like he's meant to have this sort of like dry sense of humour, but for some reason I just wanted a bit more. I feel like I just needed more from it, and I can't really put my finger on it, but in my head it's just something to do with the plot and a little bit about the characters. But Daphne, I did love Daphne, loved her, and I loved like her job and like the library, and like I don't know, there was like some amazing quotes in this. Obviously it's an Emily Henry book, there's going to be amazing quotes, but I need to take them from my Kindle and put them on like into the book. But I do think in my eyes Emily Henry has redeemed herself. Well, I feel like she kind of redeemed herself with Happy Place. I think I rated Happy Place a 4.75 or a 4.5, one of those, and then this is a 4.25 because I read Beach Read a few years ago and I rated like a 3-star, and then for some reason I just swore off Emily Henry. I have no idea why, but I was just like, no, she's not my cup of tea. But I think at the time I do think I want to give Beach Read another go, because I think that's people's favourites, isn't it? Like like out of like the OG sort of Emily Henry book talk books, I feel like Beach Read is what people love the most, and I think that's why I read it, because that was the one that people were recommending all the time. But at the time I just didn't like it, but I feel like I want to do a reread of it. Maybe I'll enjoy it, maybe I won't. Who knows. But I did really enjoy this anyway. Funny story by Emily Henry, and I can definitely see why Sarah has rated this a 5-star, but for me it wasn't a 5-star, and I feel really sad. Like I mentioned in my halfway update, I think that because I'm reading other people's 5-star reads, I feel like I automatically have to rate them a 5-star, and I feel like I don't want to say anything bad about them, because you know, these are people's favorite books. People like have connected to these books on so many different levels, so much so that they've like put it as a 5-star, and they've, you know, named it as one of their favorite books of the year. And I always feel bad, but you know, that's why reading is so fun, because reading is subjective and everyone has different opinions on different things, and people enjoy different things and different stories, and people connect to certain things differently to others. And yeah, I think that's why I do love this hobby. It's just so fun seeing other people's thoughts and like other people's perspectives and things like that. And it's like knowing that Sarah's like rated these a 5 stars, it's like fun going into it and seeing like why she's rated them a 5-star, like reading it firsthand, other than her just saying, oh yeah, this is like a favourite book of mine. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But unfortunately we haven't got a 5-star read this reading vlog. Hopefully we can get some more. I am hoping to do more of these sort of like fun reading vlogs. Let me know in the comments some like booktubers or like book creators. They can be Instagram, book talk, YouTube, anything, anyone that you want to read. I don't know whether anyone, obviously other people have done this before, but like in my head I got this idea because like I used to love watching people do like morning routines. Like years ago on YouTube, people used to be like, doing so and so's morning routine, is it worth it? And in my head I was like, I could do that, but like reading other creators' 5-star reads. But I feel like since then I have researched and I have seen like a few people have done this video, so I am not the original thought person of this idea, okay? By no means, I'm not, and I do not claim any creative, what am I trying to say? I have no idea. But I'm gonna stop talking because nothing I'm saying is making sense right now. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. I haven't long finished work, so I just wanted to give you a quick update. I haven't really been able to sit down and give you an update on where I am with this reading vlog because I've just been working non-stop as usual. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this reading vlog, and as always, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments because I love chatting to you in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, all that jazz. Oh, almost dropped the book that I always ask you to do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!